It's a rainy day, so I'm checking in today from, like I said, from upstairs office instead of in the middle of the rain there. It's been the rainy season. So here we go, guys. Today we're going to talk about purpose. Leave me a little comment on the chat box if you're checking this on live, or if you're in a replay. Welcome to a quick Purpose Pearls show. So let's just jump straight into it. Forget the small talk and let's talk about purpose. We're living in the world right now where there's a lot of distractions. There's lots of information. There's a lot of things, if you will. And one of the things that is deeply missing is a deeper sense of meaning, deeper sense of purpose for the things that we do on a regular basis. So, and I'm on this quest weekly. Just last night and this morning, I was writing down in my journal about this live call that I wanted to do. What is the deeper purpose for me to do these things, and why do I want to show up the way I want to show up? So I think purpose is one of the key elements when it comes to living a great life, living a great lifestyle. And definitely if you want to perform at higher level or quote unquote optimal level, like I'm a lot about optimization, how to optimize our performance levels. So finding that purpose, finding a deeper why, finding a deeper meaning for the things that we do and the why we do the things and the way we do the things, I think is absolutely crucial. So if you haven't checked out the folks that are watching this on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn Live, and I'm also on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So wherever you're watching, leave me a little comment right now where you're watching this, so I get to know a little bit, interact in the chat box as well. So if you check it on LinkedIn, I posted yesterday about purpose, the 3 ideas of how to find deeper purpose for your life in a way. And I'm just going to go through them really quickly here. And then afterwards, I'm going to give you a little bit of a framework of how to go about it if you no idea where to start from, and how to start approaching more towards a deeper purpose for your life. All right. So 3 things, first of all, or 3 questions that you can ask from yourself is how to find purpose. So this is obviously the things that we're doing right now, how to find meaning more for those things that we're doing. The very first thing is this act, or is this job, is this relationship, is this whatever, fill in the blank, is it meaningful? Is it deeply meaningful for me? And is it aligned with the values that I have for my life? So setting up those values, what I stand for, is it aligned with the things that I'm doing? Is it personally meaningful? Is it like, does it really touches me? Do I have a little passion in it, what I'm doing? Okay. The second question that I invite you to ask from yourself is it larger than myself? The thing that I'm doing right now, is it bigger than my own self, if you will? Is it something that is in a grander scheme of things? A lot of the times, if we're doing the things and if you're in a relationship that is just within our reach in a way, it doesn't really give us a lot of purpose. It doesn't really give us a lot of meaning. But once the thing that we are on, the career, the job, the relationship, if it's a little bit bigger than ourselves, it's like expansion, if you will, that starts giving us meaning. That starts giving us a lot of purpose. And the number 3 question is, it needs to be contributing to something bigger. It needs to be contributing to a larger cause outside of yourself. It needs to be at least in my world, the things that I'm doing, if it's not contributing to the well-being and the growth of other individuals, it doesn't give me a lot of purpose. So fundamentally, the things that we're after in life, they need to be contributing to someone else's life to really start amplifying that meaning and the purpose that we have for our life. So those 3 questions are really fundamental to start finding and discovering the meaning and more purposeful life. Now, if you're still kind of lost, if you still don't know where to start from, we can reverse engineer the process as well. The very, very easy 3-step process that I've learned from Stephen Kotler. This is not mine by any shape or form, but very easy 3-step process of how to reverse engineer more purpose for your life. So if you think of purpose here as the end goal, what resides just before purpose, right, kind of here in the middle, let's call it passion, or let's call it drive, the deeper why of why we're doing the things. Like if you are really passionate about what you do, that is a good starting point to start working towards the purpose. Okay. So where does the passion come from? If you don't have a passion for your life, then I would say it's very difficult to find purpose and meaning for your life either, right? So you need to have a little bit more drive, a little bit of a passion for things that you do. They need to be deeply meaningful for you, like I said in the first question. So how do we find passion? Like, again, it's a very cliche word these days that we need to have a lot of passion in our life. But how do we find that? Again, going a step before the passion is curiosity. So what are the things that you are curious about in life? Where So here's a little quick exercise. Here's a little framework for you. If you did go to a bookstore, if you did go to a magazine store, what are the things, what are the books and what are the magazines that you pick up from the shelves, right? That's what you're curious about. So where's your curiosity leading you towards? And let's say that you find 10 to 15 to 20 items and elements in your life that you're curious about, then you start finding in the intersection of those things that you're curious about, you start finding something called passion. So find out 10 to 15 to even 20 things, or it can be 7 things, whatever, that you're curious about. If it's, for me personally, it's outdoors, it's nature, it's being active, it's movement, it's health, it's community, it's relationships. So what is in the intersection of all those things is for me to be able to teach better and more empowering lifestyle habits to people. That's what I'm passionate about. And then when I'm able to contribute with that, that's where my purpose comes to life. So my true purpose right now, when it comes to career, for example, is to empower and to optimize especially high achievers lifestyle and their performance levels. That's what I'm really passionate about, and that's what my purpose right now in this very cycle is. Now, the other very, very interesting and very important factor to consider is that your purpose right now doesn't necessarily need to be for the rest of your life. A lot of people, when I say the word purpose, a lot of things like, oh, I need to figure out my purpose for the rest of my life. What I'm always saying that, what if you just figure out the purpose for today, or for this month, or for the next cycle, if you will, instead of for the whole life? Like that is a very overwhelming idea, to try to have purpose for the rest of your life. What if you just have purpose for today? Start from that. What is my purpose today? How do I want to show up? How do I want to exist in life? How do I want to perform today at my work, in my career, in my relationships? Okay, so that is the kind of the starting point, and then you start adding up those one purposeful day after another, and all of a sudden you're going to have a purposeful week, and then it becomes a purposeful month, and all of a sudden you string a lot of these small purposeful days and weeks together, and you're going to have starting to have a purposeful year, and then obviously it leads up into more empowering and a more purposeful life. Okay, guys. So that's what I have for you guys today. Those 3 questions that I outlined in the beginning of this live, so you can go back, have a look at those questions, and have that framework. You kind of reverse engineer your purpose back from the end goal. The first step, the middle step, excuse me, is the passion. And how to find passion is that you take lots of ideas and elements that you're curious about. Hey, Mike, how you doing? A lot of the things that you're curious about in life, and then in the intersection of those 3 elements and ideas, you're going to have lots of passion. And then when you take that passion that you have lots of drive, and then you contribute with that, you enhance other people's life well-being and their growth. That's where the purpose starts to shine and starts to come alive. All right, guys. So if you have any other ideas, leave me something here in the chat box. I'll come around later and have a look at those ideas. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed this little live stream here from my office here in Tahiti. Have a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. Next Thursday, I'm aiming to do a more purposeful chat and interview with someone that's going to be expert in talking about purpose. All right, guys, have a beautiful day. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. And hopefully you guys staying safe, healthy, and empowered.